Welcome to Belize Electricity Limited's 2021 Community Spotlight Awards. I am Sheena Garnett, your host for today, and joining me for this exciting program is my co-host, Ellsworth Castillo. Ellsworth, welcome.
Thank you, Sheena. It is indeed a pleasure to be a part of this exciting program. This year, we'll be recognizing 10 organizations that have contributed selflessly to the communities they serve. And in addition, we will also be providing musical entertainment for your viewing and listening pleasure, which will be performed by Belize's best artists and musicians.
Indeed, Ellsworth, our mission speaks to enhancing the quality of life. That statement is at the core of everything we do at BEL. Over the years, we have made a conscious effort to actively seek opportunities to provide support to individuals and organizations where needed. Through that process, we have engaged and established some great relationships with organizations who are committed to giving back and providing support in their own special way. We are thrilled to be able to provide an opportunity where we can share the selfless and compassionate actions of these 10 organizations through our Community Spotlight Awards. So for us at BEL, it is very important to say thank you to these organizations for having consistently demonstrated qualities of compassion and service to the community. It is with great honor that we start off with spotlighting an organization that has been working hard to spread awareness and build a strong and vibrant community of autism champions and supporters. This organization believes that a Belize that is educated and accepting of differences will be a stronger, kinder, and transformed Belize. We present to you Autism Belief.
Although Autism Belief started in April 2020, this year has been sort of like us toddling and learning how to walk. We weren't registered until March of 2021, and since then it's been full steam ahead. We focus mainly on teaching about autism and other special needs, so we have gone into businesses such as BEL to do sensitization workshops. In fact, with BEL, we're determined to do every single employee, so we're still working on that. We have done parent trainings every single month, teacher trainings. After our first teacher training of 300 teachers, we realized that they really wanted to learn more. And so they're invited every month to our trainings, and now we get about 80 to 100 parents and teachers at our trainings. We've gone into the National Library Service countrywide, to the Central Bank. We worked with Ministry of Transport as well to do training. So the idea is a lot about explaining about what autism and other special needs are, how to recognize the signs, and how to be more inclusive as a society. We also try and promote awareness and show acceptance, and we really focused on that with our Light It Up Blue campaign in April, World Autism Awareness Month. It started out small with just a couple companies in the city, and it spread out so that by the end of the month, we had businesses, organizations, and homes lit up blue all the way from the islands to Toledo to the north. Everyone got involved. And then finally, we also try and provide support to our families. So not only do we have monthly support group meetings and we blog online and provide resources, but we are most excited about what happened last week. After months of negotiating with Therapy Adventures, an NGO in the US, we've gotten Government of Belize to sign an MOU, and so starting early in 2020, we'll be providing free services to our families. We have occupational therapy, behavioral therapy, and speech therapy that's going to be started. And that's with the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Human Development, Families and Indigenous People, and with the Ministry of Youth, Sports and E-Governance, and UB. So between all of these organizations, we're going to be building capacity and providing support for our families. So it's been an extremely busy year, and we're still in our toddler stages. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next with our partnership with BEL in 2022.
Thank you, Christy, for the great work you all are doing at Autism Belize. Up next, we have a non-profit, non-government organization that provides support through medical referrals and education to persons affected by varying brain disorders. They also conduct educational sessions to transform the lives and mentality of those directly and indirectly impacted by neurological disorders. We present to you Belize Brain Awareness Society.
Belize Brain Awareness Society, we are fastly growing. On our Facebook page, we have over 10,000 followers and viewers. We are looking for 2022. Our short-term goal is for us to acquire a service vehicle to do more out-district work in terms of doing house visits to the sick. Apart from that, we have a big surprise for Belize in terms of our center. And you guys will learn so much more about our center, and encourage others to come out and assist us when it comes in terms of getting this center done. The Hope Brain Center, we will start with that next year, and we are looking for investors to assist with that. But it's something that is very much needed in Belize that will help a wide spectrum of people here in Belize in terms of anything pertaining to the brain, the neurological, the mental, and the learning disability within children. So we cannot wait for that. We really cannot wait. And thank you so much, BEL, for all the love and support throughout the years. We appreciate you guys. We are thankful for you guys, and continue to support.
Definitely gratifying to see that Kayla's determination over the years is paying off, having survived brain aneurysm herself. She is now fully recovered and is better able to offer the much needed support to those battling brain disorders. BEL takes great pride in being a part of her initiative. Kayla, you are truly an inspiration. The next organization we get to spotlight was established in 2009 and is a registered non-governmental organization of volunteer doctors, nurses, and laypersons who are fully engaged in providing overall support to terminally ill patients in Belize. It is my pleasure to present to you the Belize Hospice and Palliative Care Foundation.
Our objectives in this organization is to take care of patients that have terminal illness or debilitating disease, patients that are with a variety of conditions, health conditions. In the majority is 50% of our patients have cancer, and the other 50% has debilitating diseases like a stroke, patients, gunshot victims with, that are paralyzed and they are bedridden. We have patients with diabetes, with cardiac and renal conditions. And the way how we do it, the palliative care means to take and to give quality of life to patients that are sometimes with conditions that are that have no cure. We need to take care of not only the patient's physical needs, but also the spiritual and emotional. We have also the social aspect. So our goal is to recruit volunteers, to recruit donors to help us to do and to offer and cover for all the needs for our patients. And we appreciate every help is given to us, to our patients, and we certainly appreciate the donation that we just had from BEL, who give us some Christmas hampers for our patients, and we will appreciate every help. But more than anything, we need for all of us to be conscious that our brothers and sisters are suffering with this illness that have no cure.
Dr. Habet, we salute you and your team for the extraordinary service you provide to those that need us during their most challenging days. BEL also embraces homegrown talent, and we unwind with our first musical presentation by Belize's very own musical songbirds, Denise Castillo and Nicole Craig, doing their rendition of the popular Christmas carol, O Holy Night.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and never pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine, led by the light of faith serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by His cradle we stand. Over the world a star is sweetly gleaming. Here come the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings lay thus in lowly manger. In all our trials, born to be our friend. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night
That was a wonderful rendition of an old-time favorite. Thank you, Denise and Nicole. Next is an organization based in La Isla Bonita, San Pedro, that provides care for children who have experienced challenging situations. They also help the children overcome their educational setbacks and provide support that encourages them to succeed in the classroom. We present to you Hope Haven, Belize.
Hope Haven Children's Home and Empowerment Center is the only children's home/orphanage on the island of San Pedro that provides care for children who are placed by the Department of Human Services. Currently, we have 14 children living in the home, and Hope Haven is responsible for their mental health, nurturance, and education. Apart from having a children's home, Hope Haven has outreach programs that serve the community of San Pedro. These programs include a soup kitchen or a food bank, where 165 single mothers and their children receive warm meals twice a week. During the Christmas season, or when funds are available, these mothers also receive a month's supply of groceries. Furthermore, we have psychosocial programs such as teen dating abuse and becoming your authentic self, which are programs geared towards teenage girls from 13 to 17, where they learn about goal setting, self-esteem, healthy relationships, and what are some of the red flags in relationships. We also have a literacy and numeracy program. We have a consultant literacy coach who has come in and assessed 75 children from the community. Of these 75 children, 55 of them were below grade level. For example, they are in infant 2 but read below a preschool level, or they're in standard 2 and they read as if they are in infant 2 level. And so we're working with these children to bring them up to grade level. On Wednesday, December 15, we opened the Domestic Violence Outreach Center, where we will be offering essential services to women and men who have fallen victim to domestic violence. These services include mental health, legal aid, guidance from personnel from the Women's Department, and we have on-site police officers to take witness statements or victim statements. Hope Haven Belize is able to have all of these programs and to run 2 facilities because of the help of donors and sponsors like UNICEF, international sponsors in the United States and Canada, and local sponsors like Belize Electricity Limited, who yearly join us in our grocery distribution to single mothers and children on the island.
Christina, thank you for the amazing work that Hope Haven Belize is doing with the children. I am certain that the community is eternally grateful for your service. We now transition back to the mainland to feature an organization that was established in August 1985 by Miss Leonie Herrera. The home is run based on Christian principles, compassion, love, and sensitivity. It is a private non-profit organization that is dedicated to helping and providing residential care for children in difficult circumstances. We present King's Children's Home.
I just want to start off by expressing our gratitude to BEL, who has been a good partner to us over a couple of years. So, King's Children Home has been established since 1985. It's a private orphanage, licensed under the Ministry of Social Services to host 50 kids. Over the years, we have had kids placed here from all over the country, and we provide programming for them, such as education, life skills, counseling services for them. We ensure that when the kids come here, they're properly cared for, they're loved, they're clothed, and we work hand in hand with the Ministry of Social Service to make sure that these kids are stabilized and move on to a better perspective in life. Through this time, we have had many partners, and BEL has been one of those that has been very good to us, especially during the time of COVID, with handsome donations that have helped us to deal with our general expenses. But beside that, they have come physically. We have had them participating in helping to set up palapas for the kids with light poles, and employees who have come to actually paint the poles and make it look merry and bright. This children home, yes, is a private institution, and we mainly are sustained through donations. But over the couple of years now, we have tried to build some level of self-sustaining programming into it, and therefore we have started some farming projects. We have 40 acres deep, and so we are now moving forward trying to utilize that land not only to provide some self-sustenance into the program, but also to give the kids some level of life skills also in the fields. So we continue to build on this program, and we're happy to have BEL as a partner going forward. So to one and all, we wish you a Merry Christmas, a prosperous and healthy New Year.
Pastor Paul, we thank you and your team for helping to nurture and provide direction to these children. At BEL, we not only collaborate with organizations across several sectors throughout Belize, but we as employees take a hands-on approach and actively participate in these community initiatives. For example, our annual Christmas hamper drive is one such initiative that is dear to the hearts of our employees. Throughout the year, employees provide cash contribution towards the purchase of groceries, and with the funds contributed by both employees and the company, we are able to provide hampers for families filled with groceries for them to prepare a traditional Christmas meal. Since 2020, we have increased the groceries to ensure that families are able to provide a meal for their loved ones that would lead into the new year. We also deliver these hampers to families with support from organizations across the country, including some of the organizations that we are spotlighting today. We break now to be entertained by the broke-down Prince of Belize himself, Mr. Kokono Boy, with his original song, Traditional Christmas. Do enjoy.
This Christmas, in Belize, a Kokono Boy. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. I am in Belize, but if you're overseas, Kokono Boy will be rich, and I'll tell you how I feel. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. You got some people who go for the Christmas, leaving their family, showing them no love. A time for giving with no hesitation. A time for caring like a family reunion. At my house, everybody is welcome. You don't need no invitation. Turkey leg ham, rice and bean salad, that's our tradition, Belizean tradition. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. A Kokono Boy. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation. Every year it's our tradition. Light up the house with lot of decoration. By new money we paint to perfection. Every year in this sweet nation.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that vibrant performance by another of our young and talented homegrown artists. We are in the season of giving, of joy and peace, and that is exactly what these organizations that we are featuring are all about. Established in 2007 in Belize City and consisting of approximately 160 members that provide humanitarian services, encourages high ethical standards in all vocations, and helps to build goodwill and peace in the world, we present the Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise.
The Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise was chartered in May of 2007. Our club focuses on education while serving our communities and making lives better for the people living in these communities. Over the years, our club has been dedicated to ensuring that we put focus on education as well as other projects we've worked on within our communities. We have assisted and made one of our biggest projects, the Port Loyola Library, in which we furnished a second floor to the building, as well as a computer labs, and we continue yearly to support and maintain that building and the library. We also had another flagship project, which was the St. John's Vianney Primary School, in which we retrofitted their bathrooms. We included a computer lab. We've done 3 years of works on that school, preparing for students. We also did furnishing of a playground set and as well proper yard drainage so that the school can be very conducive to learning and playing for the children in that area. Our main focus that we're looking at is the St. John's Anglican Primary School, in which we are also working on retrofitting their bathroom facilities, their buildings, making it safe while we give the students a more comfortable learning experience. Over the years, the club has also worked on different projects, including food hampers, which COVID has shown us that there's not only a little that can be done, but with a little from everybody, we can reach a bigger aspect of life for other people. The little that we can provide then helps others in more economic areas to develop and grow. Over the past years, BEL has been a monetary contributor to our club, and with that assists us in all the different community projects that we have done over the years.
Rotary Club of Belize Sunrise, we thank you for your humanitarian efforts. We now travel up north to spotlight an organization that opened its doors in 2013 by Mr. Eugenio Magana Sr. to provide a home that caters to the unique needs of senior citizens, primarily those that are homeless or without families to attend to their needs. Mrs. Quetzal, who is the sister of Mr. Eugenio Magana, is one of the managers at Casa Chan Ka'an. At the home, Ms. Quetzal and her team do an excellent job with the older persons they care for. We've had a relationship with Casa Chan Ka'an for over 4 years, and during those years, we have shared great memories and saw firsthand how Mrs. Quetzal and her team genuinely care for the older persons at the home. They are given 3 meals per day, a resting place, and they participate in regular exercise to keep them healthy. They also have special activities scheduled for them, such as entertainment, which we at BEL have been a part of firsthand. The home itself is unique because its main focus is to care for homeless senior citizens or those who actually have no one else to take care of them. So to be in their presence and to see their smiles and to see the contentment and to know that Casa Kanchan is doing an excellent job with them is certainly a gratifying and heartwarming experience when you leave the home. So Mrs. Quetzal, Mr. Magana, we thank you for all that you do with the older persons in your care.
We are extremely grateful for the exceptional work carried out by the team at Casa Chan Ka'an. Here in Belize City, we have an organization that was founded way back in 1959, and until present, its members are committed by faith to provide opportunities for the mental, physical, social, and spiritual development of all, with a special emphasis on empowerment of women and youth. We present to you Young Women's Christian Association, the YWCA.
YWCA is a 65 years old organization this year, having started in 1956. The YWCA Belize is a national level organization, and it is affiliated with the World YWCA. The why, when it started 65 years ago, really was an organization that at the time intended to create a fellowship of women. So it's a membership-based organization, so women can become members of the organization. And the idea at the time, my understanding is that at the time, the intention was to create this large fellowship of women that would together support each other, help each other to be able to realize, and fulfill their potential in life. The kinds of programs that the organization has carried out over the years are programs that provide instructional and skills training to women, young women and older women, but young women, as the name implies, is young women are sort of like a primary target organization. So the instructional and skills training kind of programs have been done to allow them to develop different skills in different areas, some of the standard ones being sewing, cooking, cosmetology, but also entrepreneurial training to be able to allow women to not only see this as something that they do for the fun of it or for the care of their homes and their families, but also skills that they can actually utilize to become perhaps self-employed, to start their own businesses, or if they choose to work with companies that provide or that need people with these kind of skills and potential, then they can of course go that route as well. The Y itself was actually closed down, like locked down, like virtually everything in Belize from early 2020, and it was only in mid 2021 that it was able to begin to try to reopen and get some of its programs going again. So the preschool was the first to reopen, and that was opened in May of this year, and it ran for the 2 months until the school year ended in June, and then it reopened again in at the end of August. But the classes have been virtual for this first term here. We're hopeful that it will go back to face-to-face of some sort, come when school reopens in January. I think that it's only fitting for me to say that the Belize Electricity Limited has been a supporter of the YWCA. It has come through on a number of occasions to lend its support to the YWCA, and so I'd certainly like to thank BEL on behalf of the YWCA for the support that it has provided.
Elsewhere, YWCA has certainly been around for as long as we can remember, and BEL is honored to be a part of such an established initiative. We now invite members of the Belize Music Agency to perform another holiday classic, Carol of the Bells. It's one of my favorite songs, and I do hope you enjoy it as well.
That was indeed a fantastic rendition of Carol of the Bells. As promised, we recognize organizations from across the country. And this next organization hails all the way from Peña, Punta Gorda. This organization aims to maintain a healthy environment with empowered communities by fostering sustainable livelihoods, protected area management, biodiversity conservation, and environmental education within the Maya Golden Landscape. We present to you Yaksha Conservation Trust, Arenal Women's Conservation Group Reforestation Project.
The entire motto of Yaksha is harmony between nature and human development for the benefit of both. We believe that protected areas cannot exist without people, and hence the reason why Yaksha focuses a lot of its efforts in building and enhancing livelihoods with the 10 indigenous communities that we work with. Because if you want to conserve an area, there needs to be some level of participation from the community and some level of buy-in from them. And we believe that by enhancing their livelihoods through the promotion of smart agricultural practices, such as agroforestry, Ingali cropping, and beekeeping, we can surely do that and help them understand why these protected areas are so important and how is it that they can benefit from these protected areas. You know, it's about conservation, but at the same time balancing that need from communities. What we're showcasing to these farmers is that you don't need to cut down 500 acres of land or 1,000 acres of land to be productive. You can be productive within a small given area, but at the same time generate income through beekeeping, through selling of cacao or other integrated farming systems that they want to place within their agroforestry farms. So that's the level of practice that we've been promoting with communities over the past, I would say, 10 years. You can see the impact that Yaksha has had with communities, be that various through projects, be that through integrating solar panels within communities that had no electricity. You can attest from the farmers that have been producing and selling and making money. One of the emphasis that Yaksha has been doing a lot is really on record keeping. Because I may be here talking about all these experiences and all that we have done with the communities, but looking at how people have generated income from what we have taught them to do. I think that that is one of the biggest impacts that we've had, especially with the beekeepers. Having a farmer say, well, you know, I sold all my honey and now I could send my child to school, I could pay my school fees. You know, I have no issues in bringing food to the table. And I think that that is one of the major impacts that Yaksha has had with those communities.
It is certainly empowering to see women at the forefront of such an initiative. You know, the group also work alongside a local women's group and honey farmers to build their capacity and run small entrepreneurial ventures as well. The next organization to be featured is one whose work has positively impacted young people of Southside Belize City by providing free music lessons to youths between the ages of 6 and 18. This organization's primary aim is to provide meaningful, productive, and sustainable music programs. We present to you Southside Music Program.
We had developed an artist development center to develop artists. It's a rehearsal center. It's a full recording studio, video and audio. And we're here in the Southside, and a few years ago, some of the kids from school basically came in and they wanted to learn music. And so we decided to take some in, and it grew organically from the community that we basically organized this Southside Music Program as a full-fledged training program for kids. The idea behind the Southside music program is to get kids fired up about music. Yes, we do teach the theory of music and we teach them how to play, but our goal and objective is to get them inspired about music. So we have had 40 kids plus at times in this program, and the kids have learned a lot. And in this particular area, we taught them drums, keyboard, vocal lessons, guitar, bass. They basically had a real rounded curriculum of classes that they have done. During the COVID, we kind of not have all 40 people in this small space. So we did some online training. We're still doing some online training. And we're working with them in small groups, doing things some individually or some groups. I had a group of sponsors that have been very, very faithful. One of our main groups of sponsors is BEL, that have seen that this initiative is one of those initiatives that the community comes to. You might say, okay, we're teaching music, but music is taught here at the Southside Music program as more of a life skill, teaching kids discipline, teaching them how to study. The same techniques that you use to learn a song is the same technique that you use to study. The Southside Music program next year, we are planning to do a set of festivals with the kids, and we want them to start a YouTube channel for the Southside Music program where they can put their own little videos on the Southside Music program. We have started that already with some of the kids, but next year, hopefully the pandemic will calm down and we'll back to face-to-face and after school program that they basically come after school, spend an hour and go home. I thank everyone that had sponsored us during this time, and we look forward for support from the community and support from any business organization. This program is a free program. We're not charging the kids anything because it wouldn't work on the South Side if we would charge. So we have fun here teaching the kids.
There you have it, a positive initiative for the youth of Southside Belize City. Speaking about music and about young people, we are proud to introduce a young and upcoming musician from the beautiful village of Placencia, who has undoubtedly made his mark on the music scene this year. Join us in welcoming Kylo Ely as he does his rendition of Merry Little Christmas.
Season's greetings to all. You're now tuning into the voice and rhythm of Kylo Ely. And I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Oh yeah. Reggae, acoustic style. Woo. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. And here we are, as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. And faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Oh yeah. Through the years, we all be together, if the fates allow. So hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Oh, have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
That was another great performance. Just like that, this brings us to the end of our recognition of a few of many organizations that are impacting the everyday lives of those in our communities here in Belize.
This has been a wonderful experience indeed, and we certainly look forward to spotlighting more organizations like these in the years ahead. And now, it is our pleasure to introduce the iconic, enigmatic, the indefatigable, the living legend, and someone I have the distinct honor to call my friend. Please give it up for the mighty Lord Rayburn.
Miss Lady, how are you this morning? Come to Laja, complain on this Merry Christmas morning. Morning, Miss Lady, how are you this morning? Come to Laja, complain on this Merry Christmas morning. And Nancy got a baby and he hide her in a high grass. Busy bee was passing and he spin up and he bam bam. Good morning, Miss Lady, how are you this morning? Complain on this Merry Christmas morning. Elena me pom pom poma poma Elena. Elena me pom pom poma poma Elena. Elena me darling poma poma Elena. Elena me nice thing poma poma Elena. It's Christmas in Belize, poma poma Elena. The drinking and dancing, poma poma Elena. Dagwada macholin can't walk it. Dagwada macholin can't pass it. Dagwada macholin can't walk it. Dagwada macholin can't pass it. Dagwada macholin can't walk it. Dagwada macholin can't pass it. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. Akura kakunya shi mama, comes no got no bone. along show. Back up on table. Draw the clock. 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 Good morning, Miss Lady. How are you this morning? Come to Laja Campaign on this happy New Year's morning. Good morning, Miss Lady. How are you this morning? Come to Laja Campaign on this happy New Year's morning. Joined by bits of Walter, we gon' drink up all this strong rum. We gon' eat up the ham and turkey. We won't leave there until things done. Good morning, Miss Lady. How are you this morning? Come to Laja Campaign on this happy New Year's morning. Battle upon table, draw the clock. 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 Battle upon table, draw Merry Christmas. Battle upon table, draw the clock. Battle upon table, draw the clock. Feliz Navidad. Draw the clock. Battle upon table.
Lord Raven's performances are always timeless and absolutely entertaining.
I agree with you 100% on that one. Any performance from the living legend himself, Lord Rayburn, is one for the ages. That performance brings us to the end of our program. We do hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We had admirable organizations and great performances from homegrown talent. We would like to thank all the organizations for all that they do in our communities and encourage them to keep up the good work. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a blessed and safe New Year.